Okay, you got to watch me see if I could get my mic working. Sorry about that. A little bit of a delay there. Hi, I'm Kate with Kate's Paper Creations. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Washington State, and I'm glad to have you join me. Today I am going to be featuring this stamp set, Catching Butterflies. It's currently available in the Celebration catalog, and of course you get it for free with a purchase of $50 in merchandise before tax and shipping. It's just a really cute little set, and so I've got 3 different cards to show you that I'm going to be making using this set. I am going to be using the Happy Hedgehogs. This is in the current mini catalog. I'm going to be using this branch piece from this set. I'm going to be using I think I'm going to be using some things from Grassy Grove, which is also in the current mini. I'm going to be using the trees and this little grassy or flower patch piece here. I think that is it. I don't think, other than, I'm kind of looking at my cards to make sure I don't leave anything out. I'm going to be using the Scallop Contours dies, and I'm going to be using the largest, next to the largest one here. And there's going to be some brushed brass butterflies on all of the cards today as well. And as I've said before, I just love these because they're bling without bulk. They don't add any lumps or bumps, but they're just beautiful. Okay, so let's get started. I think first of all, I will show you the one we're going to actually make. That's this one right here. And let me get my stuff together so I can tell you how it was done. So this is done on a piece of basic white thick for the base. And it's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4 to make it A2 greeting card. The background that you see here is cut from the Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper, 6x6, that's also available in the current Celebration catalog, also available free with a $50 order. And today, this video is going up on the 15th of February, so you still have a few days, 13 days, to order and earn these free items. And so I kind of wanted to feature them while they were still available because they probably won't come back. So that's going to go on here next. Let's go ahead and just do that with good old Stampin' Seal. And you can use either side. There's this side and there's this side. I wanted those darker blues that come with that side. All of that Simply Marvelous comes in various colors. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but they all have a really strong color side like this and a softer color side with the same tones. Okay, let's get this on here. I cut this at 4 by 5 1/4, so it leaves that 1/8 inch border all the way around. And there's that. Now comes the fun part, because I'm going to show you how to use this little stamp right here and create this image where they're facing each other. So you use your Stamparatus. So get out that Stamparatus, and I have placed, because this is a rubber stamp, all you need is just the flat. You don't need that rubber cushion that goes in it. And this is the silicone mat. Okay, and I'm just holding it down with the magnets. I'm going to be using this stamp. I'm going to be using my black marker to color it with because I don't want the net. Okay, so I'm going to be using my marker to cut that. And I'm sitting here looking for my white cardstock, and I don't have the piece I need, so I'm going to get it. This will work. No, that won't work. I'm reaching out into my scrap drawer here. And it looks like I'm going to have to cut a piece. Okay, so I did cut a piece of basic white, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, And so I'm going to bring this in and do that real quick. I'm just going to go this way, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And that's the size I needed in order to be able to die cut out with those dies. So let me get my contour dies and pull out the one I'm going to use, which is this one right here. Like I said, the second largest. And I'm just double checking. Yep. So that's the size I needed. And I'm going to put that on here. And we're going to cut it out with the Stampin' Cut emboss machine. That just take a minute off the screen here, and I'll do that. Now when I did this originally, I stamped it first and then die cut it out, but we're going to try it this way and see how it comes out. Okay, so there's my piece. And actually, you know, as I'm sitting here, I did do the stamping first. And I think I'm going to go back to square one and do that this way. I'll save this for another card because I want to be able to put it up in here in tight in my corner and keep my pieces where it's easy to redirect. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to use the brush end. And I'm just using the basic black marker. And I'm just going to ink the image, avoiding the net and the handle piece. Trying to get just her hand. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Just check my monitor there. Now you don't have to be perfect because with the Stamparatus you're going to be able to go back. So I'm just going to actually I'm not thinking very well, am I? Let's try this again. Sometimes I just have my moments, you know. I'm going to set it down so that approximately where I want it. Like that. And I'm going to pick up the piece. I forget sometimes. You just have to be patient with me. And I'm stamping that ink onto there. And I want it to be more, so I'm going to add some more ink to this image. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Okay, this is the most time-consuming part of it, actually, is just getting this all set up. And we'll stamp it down again. And I'm kind of trying to press it up against that. And that's looking pretty good. I don't think you can see it real well, but it is there. the design from behind the mat is showing through. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here just like this. I'm going to lay it down very carefully. I'm going to go ahead and close this and press again. Now, there's a design there, and there's a design there. Okay, and if I didn't think it was inked well enough, it's just a little bit soft there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, now I am going to take and ink this one again. Get it all inked up here. Okay. And I'm going to turn this over because this was the one that we picked up. Now I'm going to put this in like this. And they're going to be very close together. I think I'm going to want to move it over just a little bit because I want to have room between them. And I can still keep it tight to the top so that they're the same height. I think that's going to be perfect right there. And I think that looks very good. Okay, so that's the piece I'm going to cut out now. Put this out of the way. Excuse me. And now I will cut out this piece with that die cut. With that die. So yeah, it definitely was better, I think, to do it with a larger piece so that you can situate it in your Stamparatus just the way you want it. And then it's really easy to just frame your pieces after they've been stamped. So you get to see the trial and error that I sometimes go through when I'm trying to design something like this. So there's our piece that we're going to color. Now I decided to color the dress with Night of Navy. And this is Dark Night of Navy. I think that's the color I used. Pretty sure it is. And I'm going to color her dress. I've really been into polka dots, so she will get some polka dots here in a minute. And I just got to move it around so I can be careful to get all of it. It's got to keep a really light hand when you're coloring those tiny spaces. I sure do love coloring with these alcohol pens because you don't have to worry about lines and marks showing. Okay, then I took the chalk white marker and I added polka dots because I just thought polka dots were cute. However many you think it needs. And then the other dress is, I'm just going to bring in the marker, and I'm going to use, this is Misty Moonlight marker, and I'm going to use the brush end, and I'm going to leave her dress white and add blue polka dots. So just opposites. And of course, your color choices are totally up to you. Then for skin tones, for one, I actually don't know what this one is. When I ordered these, I ordered them with the different language, and I honestly don't know how to read them. So I'm not sure what this is, but I'm sure that you can pick your own color tones for your skin tones, your own colors. I don't think that it is the end of the earth that I can't tell you that color. It's a very pinkish color for this one little lady. And a little bit there, and we got to do the hands. And we'll get her feet. And there's that one. And then for the other little girl, I think this is bronze, but I'm not sure. And we'll color that one. Hands. Oops, I colored her eye by mistake. I'll show you what I can do about that in a minute. Let's just get the face colored in first. Sometimes I just get carried away. I love that skin tone. That's just so pretty. I'm going to bring in the color lifter pen that I have. I'm going to take the color out of that eye, and then I can do this, kind of fix it. There, that works just fine. So there, that's been fixed. Then for the hair, let's see, I think I used cinnamon cider for the hair on one of these. And of course, like I said, these color choices are totally up to you. But, you know, you get to watch me color. Now you could do this with light and then come back with some darker colors to add some accents to the hair so it doesn't all look one single color. But that's up to you. My husband watches this cooking show called Food Wishes, Chef John and Food Wishes. And he always says little quips like, "You're the tomato to my potato," or something. I don't know. He says silly stuff. And let's see. I need a kind of a reddish color. So let's see. Let's, well, we could just try the cinnamon cider light. Let's see how it comes out. Test it here. Why not? Like I say, it's not really critical. You just pick whatever strikes your fancy at the time. And there's no right or wrong color to choose, really. You know? There's my little girls. Aren't they cute? Oh, so fun. Now, to do the butterflies, I stamped and cut 2 of the little girls out. And I'm going to mask them like this. And this one I didn't cut out all the way, but you can see it's stamped on the back, and I had to turn it over and cut it out. You know, after I cut it out, I had to turn it over, and so it will cover this this part of her. I'm not really worried about down below, just around the heads. And so then here's the stamp, and I'm going to just color it with the marker. Just get the color on there. Since I'm already doing it that way, I'm just going to keep going. And the reason I masked is because I'm doing this so that it looks like the butterflies are kind of coming out from behind them and flying around their heads. And I didn't want butterflies flying in their heads. So we'll get that off. And I can see that my butterfly needs just a little bit of touch up here. So we're going to do that. Just like that. And this one needs a little bit too. I didn't stamp hard enough. If I had pressed harder, I wouldn't have this issue. But it's okay. There, those are fixed. And then I took this one right here, a single butterfly, and we'll ink it up. And I'm just going to put it like it's between their hands. And I did get a little bit of the stem from the net. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but for now, that's okay. Then this is just going to get, these butterflies are just going to get colored all kinds of various colors. And when I'm done, I'm going to attach it to my card front with dimensionals and add a few of the brass butterflies like that. And that's going to be my card. I don't think you want to necessarily watch me color all my butterflies, but I can grab some color here and we'll just something I've started doing is checking my pens off to the side, my alcohol pens, because I picked one up and it leaked alcohol and then it messed up my design, and I was very discouraged by that. So now I just take an off to the side and just tap it and make sure that it's not going to leak alcohol and ruin my picture. And I've kind of just started making that a habit. I'm not sure why they're doing that. If you know, I'd be happy to hear from you as to why. I'm going to color a couple butterflies. This is a really pretty color. This color that I'm using is actually Dark Pool Party, so that's kind of pretty. And let's see, this one's going to be light shaded spruce. We're going to have some green butterflies here. I'm going to put shaded spruce in the center of this butterfly. Yeah, it's okay. Like that. Let's see, I think we need some pink. I'm just randomly grabbing whatever I get my hands on here. You can see that one. See, I don't know if you can see the drops, but the alcohol came out. And I'm not sure, like I say, why it's doing that, so I haven't researched it. And let's do the insides of this one with that color. And there's that. Let's see. How about a blue of some kind? Oops, watch out. There's that alcohol thing. See, it's leaking. And so I just, like I say, I'm still figuring that out. Okay, I'm going to put blue in the center of this one. Let's see. How about a purple? Put some purple around this one. And we'll do the purple in the centers on this one. That's cute. And I'll have all kinds of markers to put away when I'm done. Let's do this color. This is Calypso Coral, I believe. Nope, it's Cajun Craze. That's okay. Let's put Cajun Craze around this butterfly. And so there's my butterflies, all very pretty in a row. And we'll put these dimensionals on the back. And just so that you can see that you can make something besides just the little girl with the butterfly net. You can take that net out of the picture and make something a little bit different. Okay, then we're going to put this right on the front like this, and it's just centered on there. And then where's my brass butterflies? There they are. Let's add some butterflies. They've got two sizes in here, so you can add larger ones and smaller ones. I'm going to put one right there so it looks like she's catching it. Yeah, let's put one up there. Am I going to try and cover that up? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to leave it like that because maybe she's just got a little wand in her hand. I'm really not too worried about it. Could put a little tiny butterfly on the end of it, let it kind of come up over her face, and it would look like she had a butterfly wand. We could try that and see. So it kind of looks like she's holding a wand with a butterfly. There we go. I kind of like that. That's cute. So there's the card that we made today, showing you how to use the Stamparatus to make the mirror image so that you have two little girls on your card. Now let me show you the other two cards that I made. I made this card, and this is the one that I incorporated the stamps from Grassy Grove. This is the grass and the trees from Grassy Grove, and she's just flitting through the trees, Catching Butterflies. So that's that one. It's made with Pale Papaya cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5. This piece here that's behind here is from the daffodil paper that is in the Daffodil Afternoon paper that's in the Celebration, also available for a purchase of $50. So I'm trying to help you make some choices, because if you have orders you want to place, these are still things you can still get. So that's what that is from. It's from that Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. It's cut the 5.25 by 4, and then this piece is cut. I didn't write it down, so we'll measure it for you. This piece is cut 4 3/4 by 3.5. I can't ever remember those things without writing it down. So there we go. There's that one. And on the inside, I cut the white piece here, the same as the white piece on the front. And then I just stamped that single butterfly with Highland Heather and added with the marker some little dotted lines that look like it's flying up the side of the paper. You can kind of see that. So that's another card made with that cute little set. And then this is the third card I made. And for this one, I brought in the Happy Hedgehogs, which is where I got this. It was like a flower, but I made it look like a tree. And the Mountain Air, I used that for the sun. And the birds that I added over here, I used the basic black marker. Again, this piece is just a piece of basic white. The background is from the Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper. She has a little brass butterfly there that she has caught with her hand. And everything was colored with markers. I colored the stamp with just regular markers and then stamped it so that all these things are their individual colors. I think you know what I mean. Where you just take the stamp and put it on your block, and then take your individual markers and color the leaves and color the flowers, and then when you're all done, you can just blow on it and moisten everything up and then stamp it, and you end up with that, so that you're not all black. Doesn't have to always have a black outline. Colored her dress with So Saffron, I believe, and I put little black polka dots. As you can see, I was really into polka dots. I didn't put any extra butterflies on here. I just put this one. The grass came with the tree, or the bush, and I just took my pen, Evening Evergreen, no, Shady Spruce ink pen marker or whatever, and added some grass to the design. And that was that card that I made using that set. So you got 3 little cards here. And I think they're all really cute and fun. And so I hope I've enticed you to consider taking advantage of getting some more free items from your Celebration catalog before it goes away on the 28th. Okay? I'm glad you stopped by. I hope that you'll subscribe to my blog, and it's at katespapercreations.org. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, because every time I put up a video, I try to bring in new ideas, new tips, new tricks, old tips, old tricks, because I've been doing this for so many years that sometimes we forget that some of those old techniques are still fun to do. So hope you enjoyed learning how to make a mirror image, and let me know if you figure out about those markers. I'll see you later.